welcome back to Geth and Chris's channel. And look at this. Start the video with a loom shot for a change, and this is a roundup and a state of the collection for Gethin. So let me turn the lights on, and I hope you'll join me in this voyage into my watch box. I realise I've done these kind of roundups before, but I deleted all my videos, and so I thought it'd be a nice time to finish off the year with a show and tell of all my watches that I've accumulated over the last 9 years. And I thought it'd be nice to start and do this in chronological order of the dates of purchase, prices paid, and probably current market values of most of these watches. I'm not going to do any more fancy information, you all know it anyway. So I'll start off with the first watch I bought in, I think it was the very beginning of 2015. And of course that was my lovely, and I put all my watches on bracelets tonight for a bit of continuity, was my SKX 007 K1. This was bought by me when I first developed an interest in mechanical watches. Probably the most famous diver ever made and most sold. I didn't know about the JDMs and all that when I started, so I was quite happy just to buy this one. And I'm glad I did, because it's a wonderful watch and it still keeps impeccable time today, nearly 9 years later. And this one, of course, has been put on a lovely strap code oyster bracelet, which is a great, my opinion, the best bracelet you can get for this watch as an upgrade to the awful jingly jangly jubilee woobly that it comes on. So what a lovely piece, and it's keeping impeccable time. No servicing has been done, and I'll do each watch, I'll give each watch a wrist shot. I'll try and keep this short because I know I'm known for running on a bit, but I'll do each one. So what the fuck do you think about that? Look at him. He is very handsome, and on this oyster, oh, it's well battered and used, but it is a great watch. Fantastic Seiko clickety-clackety bezel, and a day-date complication with its 7S26 non-hacking and hand-winding movement, but doesn't matter. It winds with a flick of the wrist and runs forever. Absolute beast. One of the best watches ever made, and I like it just as much as my most expensive offerings. Good. That's number one. So we'll put them all back. I'll start with the next watch that I bought. The next one in the box that I bought was my Seiko Turtle SRP 773. And this was the reissue of the original Turtle. This was 2015, a bit later in the year. A few months later, I caught the bug, and I wanted something else. And these had just come out then, they were new. And I put it back on its factory bracelet. I haven't worn it on this literally since I bought it. Not the best bracelet in the world, but actually, now I've put it back on it after all these years, I really quite like it. Normally he lives on a Crafter Blue rubber strap, blue strap, which is great. But this is lovely. And this is the Turtle. Listen to him. What an idiot. Do he even bezel, bro? But this is the 4R36, I think, movement, date complication. Very nice, all scratched up all over the place now, but it's been a great servant to me. Runs about 30 seconds fast, needs a slow, it needs a service quite badly, but it's still great, and I'll be sorting that out at some point. We'll put him on. Of course I wear the right wrist, because I'm a left-handed homo, and everybody knows about that. You don't wear your nice watches on your favourite arm because you'll scuff them up. So this is a great watch, big cushion case, very comfortable, flat, and extremely wearable to everyone. Highly recommended. Don't know about these fancy new Save the Oceans and all these other silly ones. These old school ones are the best. Just flat dials, plain. Lovely piece. Back to the twerk box. Box of rust. I've sunk. Some of these watches I paid for. Some of them were gifts, and I'm sure you've all got your own box full of your beloved pieces, and I'd love to see them, what you all have as well. But that'd be great. You should all start a channel, and I'd love to watch that. Third watch I bought, and then by this stage I'd been bitten pretty bad, and I found out about this guy, and this is the OSD. I'm always going on and on about it like some sort of idiot. But this was the third watch I bought, and at the time, this was 2016 or 15, end of 2015. These were still in production. They were selling for about £1,100, £1,000, and I was lucky to get this watch on eBay, used, unworn pretty much, for £700. And it's been a faithful warrior, a gigantor on the wrist, with its massive 16.6mm thickness and about 53 lug to lug. It is no joke of a watch. Seiko Marine Master 017 clasp, titanium, and he's a huge piece. The bezel sticks, the winding's a bit dodgy now, but he still keeps great time, and I'll chuck him on. Let's have a look at him. This is really a big piece. Freaky as fuck, guys. Not for freaks. He is very heavy, large, and he's a flopper. A flopper. One of the biggest floppers in the box. But I don't care. I love it. Don't wear it every day. You can't wear it every day. A few hours a day and you want to take it off. And that's what I'll say about the OSD. But still, I'll never sell it. I've never sold a watch. Ever. All these watches are all I've ever bought. And I'll never sell any of them. Because I love them all. Some people like to flip, like Mr. June, my good friend. PLN Kilbasa Twerp. But I don't flip. After that, I thought, oh, I need a dress watch. So I bought this, and this was a real steal. This was when Seiko was still good value propositions, and this is the Seiko Saab 035, I think it is, and I paid for this brand new £236. There's a 6R15 movement inside, a step up from the 4R, and it's a 50-hour power reserve. Just a great watch. Well known. Look at that lovely movement. Bit bare, but great piece. Comes on a, well, I put it on an Uncle Seiko presidential bracelet, because the factory one was a bit shit. But he's been a great watch, and I've always loved it. Another freak up on my pipe cleaner wrist. Let's have a look. A real beauty. This is a real sort of day date, cheap man's, poor man's day date. The case finishing is just something else. This price, these now, I think they're going about 450 to 500 used, not even particularly good condition, like this one on eBay. So lovely signed crown, polished bezel, facets and bevels all over the place, polishing, brushing. It's a real beautiful piece. It's a 38 or 39 millimeters, quite small. Not too small for me, bros. I love it. It needs a service as well, but I'll keep this one forever. Next in the packet is, what did I get after this? Yes, micro brands. Now, I'm not really a micro brand fan. Nothing wrong with them, and much respect to anyone who loves micro brands. I just never really been a fan of micro brands. But this particular one I did love and still do, and it's the Helson Shark Diver. Peter Helson from Hong Kong came up with this, and I'm not a fan of most of his other watches. There's some homages and sort of dubious looking things in his collection, but this one I've always loved because it's not trying to be anything else. It is a watch in its own right. It's got its own style. And look at that. It's massive, heavy, chunky H-link, lovely ratcheting on the fly extension. Yota 9015 inside, higher beat movement. Been great. This was 2017 I bought this watch, and another one that's a stayer. A real heavyweight piece. I think they're about £500 or £600. They do some sales sometimes on Helson website. You can pick them up for like 500, and they pop up on eBay. They are. Mr. June just sold his Idiot. I told him not to do it, but he sold it. All hex screws, screwed links. Great piece, lovely clasp. Heavy as fuck. Look at that. 500 meters of water resistance. Next up, I bought... what did I buy next? Next up, I think I was gifted a watch. Yes, my partner, the lovely Sari, bought me this beautiful Seiko cocktail. I think it's the Manhattan. Don't know the reference, but it's a beautiful onion crown piece. 4R35. And look at the dial. Just something else. Boxed hardlex crystal. 30 meters water resistance. Lovely supple calfskin leather. Strap. Frame date window. I mean, it's... Look at that. Obviously it's not gold. But it looks like it is. And this is one of these watches that looks... I think it's about £420. New. Lovely. I've changed the clasp orientation around. You know how Seiko puts on their leather straps, they put them backwards, so it's just all weird. I changed it to a traditional way. I don't like that backward clasp. What a piece he is. A real dressy piece. I don't wear it very often, but if I ever have a smart requirement to look smart, this one's on the wrist, and it gets some great compliments. It does look very expensive, even though it isn't. The dial is just something else. Look at that dial. That's what's up, bros. Next up, in the box, was a gift. And another gift. And this is a gift from my good friend, Mr. June, who is the benefactor of the channel. He's much more freaky than me. He has loads more watches. And he bought me this lovely Orient multi-year calendar. I've got it on a strap code engineer because I think it looks the part. This is a beautiful multi-year calendar, non-hacking, non-hand-winding watch, extremely affordable. I think these were under £100 at the time. It's got the interesting Orient multi-calendar function. If you see the December there, 22, it'll tell you the day and date of every month, of every day in the month, and it does that up to around the year 4 billion or something. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant watch. Very accurate. If you can get it to hack backwards with its strange movement. And as you can see, this was for me on my 40th birthday from Mr. June. Big Chrissy. Much respect. Stay freaky, Barb. And that's what's up. I love that watch. Waffle dial. Dauphine hands. It's a real classy piece for a very, very reasonable price. And it will put some of your more expensive watches to shame with regards to timekeeping accuracy. Very noisy, but it's a beautiful in-house JDM piece, and I do love it very much. I'll keep it forever. Look at him, get freaky, bro. Next up, I'm trying to hurry along here a bit because I realise we're all trying to get pissed tonight. I'm already halfway there, so I'll stop for a quick sip upon my flagon. The next watch I was gifted is this one, which is my lovely Doxa Sub 300T, a 1200 meter Swiss diver. Don't need to explain it too much, everyone's seen it. Beads of rice, exceptional bracelet. Look at that, and then this fantastic bezel. No backplay. Absolutely something else. Professional is the orange dial, classic Doxa dial, and it is, that's not misaligned like my other one. Just try and get it right here. There we go. And this is really great. Great clasp, beautiful extension, Jennyfish. The Jennyfish, interestingly, is not the Doxa logo. It belongs to the Jenny family, and Jenny family bought Doxa watches. The Jenny watch company used to exist in its own right and made excellent divers. I think they made the first ever 1,000-meter diver. Somehow, inexplicably now, you actually have their logo on the Doxa watches. It's a bit strange, but I like it. But the Doxa purists probably don't. But there it is, the Sub 300 Professional. Really nice watch, and quite an expensive one. So I try to look after it. next up, I bought my next watch, and it's my ultimate grail that I'd wanted for ever since I got into watches. I'd always wanted it, and I wish I'd bought one back when they were cheaper, because it's the Marine Master 300. And at the time I started liking watches, the 017 was out, and you could buy it for about £1,700, I think, 1,600, something like that. That was the price, new. This is the SLAO 23J. This was £2,800. I paid £2,500 for this. So, not a cheap watch for a Seiko, but it's the king of the hill for Seiko. Other than the LX, which did not sell in this country, this is really, I mean, look at it. Look at that dial. The bezel action is probably the best, even better than Doxa, just smooth as butter, and pure pleasure, not pure bash. Now let's put them on, round this off. There's only one to go. Stay with me, guys. There we are. SLAO 23, Marine Master 300, best handset in the history of the watch game. Look at that, brushed and polished, indices, everything's sweet as a nut. The K Saratsu polishing, something else, out of the pierogi shop, bro. This is unbelievable watch. Every dive fan, it's up there on the list for them. I know you guys. You all either have it or dream about owning it. If you don't have it, save up and get it. It's worth it. It really is. And lastly, I only just reviewed this last night. I received this as a gift, Christmas gift, a quite ridiculous great gift. This is the Doxa Sub 1500T in the Sea Rambler dial variant. I wanted one of these for years. This watch retails at £2,290. This sub, by the way, I didn't say, this is 1,820, I think. Doxa doesn't hold its value that well, so if you wanted to pick up a used one, you could probably get a pretty good deal there. But this is, I like buying new watches. I don't know why, I just do. I know I could buy used ones and have lots more of them, but I just like new ones. And so this is my, probably, other than this OSD, this is my biggest watch. And it is big, and it does flop, and it is a Doxa. It's 1,500 meters of water resistance. I believe it's an ETA 2892, not sure. Very comfortable, accurate. This one's running +2 since I've had it, and it is really, I mean, needs no explanation. Look at the clasp. A beast. And that's it. We're done. I hope that's been not too boring, and I'm glad you're all still with me after my strange episode where I deleted my channel and all my videos. I've managed to put some of them back, but most of them were lost forever. But somehow I've gained about another 20 subs since I re-uploaded everything, so that's great. And I love all you guys, and I'm really thankful for all your comments and everything else. So Happy New Year to you all, and I'll see you next year. For the beach. Never give up, bros.